Hi everyone, my name is Pijar Putri Velas and you can call me Pijar. I'm from 11F7 and student number 29. Today I'm gonna do assignment storytelling and the title of the story is Hansel and Gretel. So let's start it. Once upon a time, in the woods, in the small cottage, lived a brother and sister named Hansel and Gretel. They were lived with their father, but their father was a poor wooden cutter. Their mother had already passed away while they were young. When the father eventually remarried, he believed he would no longer be lonely. But Hansel and Gretel had a really difficult time with their new stepmother. One day, when the stepmother had cleared her plate of everything she wanted, finally the kids were allowed to eat. But there was just a crust of breadcrumbs. They also had to do a lot of difficult tasks all day long. Hansel and Gretel had to consume less and less food every day. But the stepmother continuing assigned them with challenging tasks. One day, Gretel talked with their father and say, "We work hard all day and right now we're starving." However, the stepmother was furious and slapped her in the face. "You brats without gratitude," shouted the stepmother. "You guys cannot sleep in the cabin this night," the stepmother continuing. The kids were forbidden to sleep in the cabin that night. They were trembled and held into each other because in the outside that was really cold. Gretel said to her younger brother, "We have to search food in the forest. We undoubtedly can get more food more than in the home." "What if we get lost?" Hansel asking. "We won't," said Gretel. "I have some breadcrumbs. We can leave a trail and we can trek home if we have to," Gretel answering. They left their difficult life behind and began to adventuring the forest. They searched more and farther into the woods, and Gretel carefully dropped one by one the breadcrumbs. Ding, 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 ding. Yet alas, they searched endlessly for any indication of food, but there was nothing that available to eat. They felt so hungry. And finally, Hansel and Gretel think that they have to go home right now. Hansel and Gretel was about to following the breadcrumbs, but sadly the breadcrumb was gone because it was taken by the bird. The sun was setting. Both of them were scared by then. Gretel suddenly saw a tiny light gleaming in the distance and said to her younger brother, "We must learn. Perhaps whoever resides can be kind and will accept us." Hansel and Gretel ran as quickly as they can. But They were shocked to find there was an evil witch inside the hut. The witch wanted to eat both of them. The witch put Hansel and Gretel into the cage. The witch wanted to make them into the soup. While Hansel and Gretel in the cage, the witch was about cooking a soup. But unexpectedly, Gretel can't get out of the cage. She walked silently behind the witch and pushed the witch into the soup. The witch was screaming before she immediately died. Hansel and Gretel managed to escape from the cage, and both of them discovered a hidden riche inside the hut. They took the riche back to their home, and the father was welcoming them, but with tears in his eyes, because the stepmother had already died. The end! That was, guys, the storytelling about Hansel and Gretel. And what the moral story can we get? The moral story can we get if we must be careful by a stranger. We should not believe in stranger, even though they were acting kind for us. That was all done. And thank you for listening. I hope you guys can understanding what I'm saying. And I'm gonna say thank you and